Hi, this is Sandy with needsaribbon.com, and we are live today on Tuesday for a change. I am going to be bringing you, my friend Jenny is going to show you how to make watercolor tiles using a clear block, an aqua painter, and some ink. She's going to show you how, and I'm going to turn it over to her, so there's going to be a little bit of banging while I switch the camera around, so stay tuned. And table chair scraping. We're getting set up. Hold on. And go.
Okay.
Cue to Jenny.
Hi, everybody. I am Jenybeth. I'm Sandy's downline, and I'm going to show you the watercolor tiles. And I just wanted to show you quickly what kind of inspired this. This is something I made when about a year ago. And I hope you can see that because I don't know. And all I did was, this is just normal Whisper White cardstock, and I used just ink and the acrylic block, and I stamped the blocks, and then I stamped another color over it. So yeah, and I wanted to see what would happen when I did this on watercolor paper. So here we go. What you will need for this is a Stampin' Mat, a grid paper, some retired washi tape to tack your paper down to the grid paper. You'll need an aqua painter, some baby wipes or a damp paper towel, some dry paper towels, and your ink colors. The colors I'm using are Peekaboo Peach, Melon Mambo, and Pear Pizzazz. And what I've done is, all I do is squeeze the stamp pad so you get a little pool of ink in the lid, and then I'm leaving it open like this and setting up all my colors. So this is really simple. All you have to do is ink up your block. And
do you recommend a smaller block for this?
I do. I recommend a smaller block for smaller paper. If you're using a larger piece of paper, use larger blocks.
That's the block A?
This is block A, yes. And then all I do is stamp it down, and I actually wiggle it a little bit. And because there's some texture to the watercolor paper and some dimension to the washi tape, you're not going to get like a clear image. But also the washi tape has like this kind of wax film on it, and it'll cause the ink to pool up. So when you go to fill in with your aqua painter, you can pull some ink off of that. And I'll explain that more once I finish here. And then just a little wiggle, cleaning off the block on the paper towel, the wet paper towel. Dry it off. Next color. And all you do is just line it up however you want. It's not going to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just however you want it to look.
It's homemade.
Yeah, it's homemade. So you just...
not machine made.
Keep going. And clean off the block. Ooh, that's juicy.
Is that the Mambo?
Yeah, the Mambo. And wipe it off. Throw a little green in there. Oh, this is a nice color combination.
It is. I like that. I want to make a card out of that.
And you can do whatever pattern you want. You can use, I did a couple where I used the G block with the A block as well. The G is the long, skinny block. And that had a really nice effect with this. and it kind of made it sort of look like stained glass almost. It was really cool.
Now for this technique, you can only use watercolor paper, right? Regular paper isn't gonna.
Right, you could. It's not gonna.
You can't. You don't have as much play.
Right, you don't have as much time to. What am I trying to say here?
Manipulate the ink.
Right, there's not enough time. Not as much time to manipulate the ink, and also if you try to use too much water on the regular cardstock, it will like start to fray and break down the cardstock. I think shimmer paper would work really well with this, although I've never tried it, so that would be something
I know
to do.
Stampin' Up has been my husband is harassing us. If it isn't him, it's the cats. It's just, that's the nature of my house. I know Stampin' Up has been using, when they've been doing a lot of various watercoloring with various things, they have been using a lot of shimmer paper lately.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
And it is beautiful. You just get just a little...
Yeah, there's a little bit of glimmer to it, and it's really pretty. Yeah,
a little texture, a little dimension. That the watercolor paper tends to be kind of dry, and when it dries, it's kind of a matte look almost.
It is, yeah.
So
the next step is just to take your aqua painter, and this is what I was talking about with the ink pulling up on the washi tape. It makes it really easy to pull some of that ink from the washi tape in.
And it doesn't dry then.
And it doesn't dry quite as quickly.
Okay.
And one thing that I do try to do, and let me pull this closer so you can see. When you've got some of these inner blocks, the reason I squeezed the ink pad before I opened it completely was so that you could pull some extra ink if you needed to for these inner pieces and fill in the color that way in case you have to walk away from what you're doing for a little bit. As
life
you know,
happens?
Sometimes happens because, you know, life and kids and pets, parents, you know, that kind of happens.
And what I've noticed with the new watercolor paper from Stampin' Up is it has a little pebbly texture, and I really like how
gorgeous texture.
Yeah, it's not a smooth watercolor paper like our old stuff was a little smoother. So invest in some.
Yeah, and then when you go in between colors, to clean your brush, all you have to do is give it a little squeeze and brush it out until it brushes clear and your brush is clean. So just keep pulling color, so on and so forth. It's really pretty. So pretty. And I love the darker texture that comes out with that too.
It really is almost like a pebbly ceramic tile.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fresh looking combo.
Mm-hmm. This would be great for spring cards.
Flowers.
Easter baskets, yep. Mother's Day cards.
Summer gardening.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, oh gosh, there's some, I don't know what it's called, but there's a festival of colors that happens in India, and I don't remember what it's called, but this would be
Denali?
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Denali. Diwali.
Yes.
Festival of Lights.
Yes. This would be really great color combination for that.
And they usually have a lot of gold in there
too. Yep. So all I do when I'm done is pull off the washi tape, and it gives you a nice frame on the edge, which is so much fun. I love it. And one thing about the washi tape is you can reuse it, but I would recommend taking it off and sticking it down on like a table and then wiping it with a wet cloth.
Or some wax paper.
Or something.
Transparency.
Yeah, just so you remove that residue, the ink residue that's on it, and you can use it for another color combination or whatever.
Sure.
So, and that's what that looks like. And I've got another sample here of, this is Smoky Slate, Wisteria Wonder, and Dapper Denim, actually, done on point, on the diagonal. So it looks so cute.
And here's something else I've noticed with this watercolor paper. The colors are a little more vibrant almost.
Yeah, I have noticed
There's an
that.
intensity that, I mean, because our normal Mambo ink, I mean, this is still drying, but it isn't that intense. I'm not trying
I
to
don't
take
think
over.
so. No, that's fine.
And then Wisteria, that's a little darker. It almost has shades of eggplant in it when it dries up. So that's very interesting.
So that is the watercolor tile technique.
And just to show, because she's not showing it, this was one that Jenny did a while ago.
Yes.
Not using watercolor paper. Did you already show this?
I did. I
Oh.
showed them right at the beginning.
Fine, I'm not paying attention. On the standard, white or vanilla, but in this case, white cardstock, you can see how you get that texture and dimension that really, it doesn't look like a flat card then. So invest in some watercolor paper, 6x9. It comes like 5 sheets. I don't know what it is. $5. $5 for a fair amount. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I appreciate having Jenny in studio. That was kind of fun. That was a new one for me. So, thanks.
Thanks. Bye.